In the pursuit of increased service customer satisfaction and all of the benefits that go with it, many techniques have been tried to varying degrees of success. Recently, 2 of our FCA dealers in Texas adopted a new practice that has made a significant difference in their overall customer satisfaction. It's called 2-A-Day, and the idea is a simple one. Service advisors spend extra effort with 2 customers a day by using a checklist that has pre-appointment, day of appointment, and post-appointment tasks.
The 2-A-Day provides the service advisor a way to select 2 customers a day to wow, to follow them from start to finish and make sure their experience is 100%.
The 2-A-Day was born of necessity. It all started walking in on a service manager one day that was just hollering at a service advisor about bad scores and bad surveys, and instead of telling him what to do, he just told him to fix it. And I thought there had to be a better answer.
You know, we had always tried to get the service advisors to get every single customer, wow everyone that comes in the door, follow up with every single customer, and it just wasn't happening.
How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So that's how the 2-A-Days came about.
They select customers the day before. They call them to remind them about their service appointment. They record that on a sheet. They follow the customer through the process, and then the service manager, service director will go through and look for those survey returns. What we found is those surveys do come back in.
We document it. They document their calls. They turn those sheets in, and then they're verified against the surveys, and the surveys on those customers are coming in higher and raising our CSI.
The 2-A-Day process is not complex, and it's made easier with a customer experience tracking sheet that reminds service advisors of the steps to follow to help ensure a positive experience for the customer. Call the customer beforehand to confirm the appointment. Meet the customer at their vehicle upon arrival. Follow up with the customer with status updates during the repair process. Once completed, make sure the vehicle is clean. Contact the customer promptly when the service is complete. Meet them again upon arrival. Walk them to the cashier and their vehicle and inform them about the survey they'll receive. Contact the customer the following day to ensure everything's okay. And finally, turn in the checklist to the service manager for tracking. These steps, when performed in their entirety for a customer, can have a profound effect on the customer's perception of their experience.
Well, a lot of people have busy schedules, you know, they forget about it. When you call them a day ahead of time, let them know, at least giving them a reminder. Who are they going to ask for when they come in? So it makes the process a little easier. When they come in, they already know who to see.
There's not going to be any wrenches or any curveballs thrown at you. You know, you've already gone over the whole process. And they're going to feel more comfortable too because they know when they come in what to expect.
They take the time to call you. Everybody's busy. I certainly know how a job works. They always are busy here, so it makes you feel special that they take time out of their day to call you.
Well, I was a little overwhelmed because, one, I've never had like 5 people talk to me that worked here. Would you like a drink? I walked into your customer service lounge and it was awesome. Free Wi-Fi. Hello. I could sit here all day and do my work and have you guys help me out with my vehicle.
So by calling them ahead of time, we give them the chance to start that relationship and get a name. And then when they walk in the door, they get the face. So hopefully that is the beginning of a great relationship and a long life relationship.
Pilot dealers who implemented the 2-A-Day program saw their advocacy scores go from the bottom 20% in the region into the top 10%.
Well, in October of 15, we were number 70 out of 71 in CSI. Outstanding. We managed to bring ourselves up to number 2 by January of 16. Then when Joyce brought the 2-A-Days, we had added advisors. We had 2 service advisors when I started. We have 6 now. And some of them were pretty green. And the 2-A-Days did amazing things to bring up their CSI.
We found about a 7-point increase on our CSI, about a 2-point increase on our FFE. So overall, the numbers are really looking good. The number of returns, probably a 5-fold return increase.
Well, we see the difference, number one, in your scores. You know, from when they started about 6 months ago, all the trends, all the arrows are pointing up. All my scores are up.
A large part of that increase is due to those two-a-day customers having an exceptional experience and taking the time to respond to the surveys.
I also like that they have they'll call to do a survey to see how they're doing, and I do. I appreciate that. That tells me they care. Chrysler cares about the people, us, coming in, because if we have a complaint, which I don't have any complaints, but if I did, then they can correct it. They can fix it.
We've got to figure out a way to get the happy people to fill out their surveys. So the two-a-day process has helped us tremendously by doing that, because now we've got our service advisors focusing on getting at least 2 people a day to return a survey.
And what we have found is all of these stores has gone from number 70-something to number 2 in their market. The business center is running between 13 and 14% return rate. These stores are running 29+% return rate. And the stores that were getting 50 or 60 surveys a month returned are now getting over 200.
I'll just let them know that Chrysler Corporation is going to be sending them a survey, and that is our grade card. And we would appreciate it if they did it honestly, because that does help us with the information, but also fairly.
With each service advisor using the two-a-day technique, the monthly impact on your customer base will be significant. Assuming a 6-day work week with just 2 service advisors performing two-a-days, you're looking at a potential of 96 customers receiving exceptional service per month. It's a good strategy to pick customers with simple ROs to help ensure a positive outcome, and you can count on the majority of those customers responding with 10s across the board. In fact, at one of the pilot dealerships, a non-express service advisor received 41 10s in 1 month. And since the process is aligned with the 5 core pillars of the Customer First Award for Excellence, it has a positive effect there as well, helping dealerships achieve their Customer First Award for Excellence more quickly.
It's much better for the customer overall because, they get to know somebody, they get to see somebody, and like I said, it becomes a process for not only us, but for them too.
It's a human contact, and I think it brings more awareness to the service advisor, that they're ready for the customer. And it's not just the 2 that they do that for, it preps them for the other 15 appointments they might have that day.
I think for the customer, it makes them feel like we're on top of our game. If we're calling them 3 days before they come in to confirm what they're coming in for, that makes them feel like we care. And then if we're following up after the service, that really makes them feel like, hey, these guys really care about my car and how it was fixed.
You can begin using the two-a-day technique today. There's no special training required, no cost to the dealership, and minimal supervisory effort.
I would recommend any dealer to take a look at this process. I mean, it is worth it 100%. I'm glad I did it, and I would recommend bringing a specialist in for a two-a-day to any store.
You've got nothing to lose from trying something new. If I had never tried anything new since 1979, I wouldn't be here. There's a lot of things have changed, and maybe your processes are good. Maybe you've got the best CSI in the district and you don't need to do it. But if, I'm in the top 10. If you're number 61, hey, what can it hurt?
It doesn't cost the dealer a dime. All they have to do is print the forms out, so paperwork, copies, whatever. It doesn't cost them a dime. If they don't know where to start with action plans or best practices, this is so easy that the person that's been writing service for 20 years or the person that just walked in the dealership can do it. And it works. I mean, we have proven that it works.
It pays off. You want to keep your customers instead of having to search for new ones, and have them bring you new ones by referring you new ones. You don't want to keep trying to get new customers because you're losing your customers over and over.
The two-a-day process creates improved customer service momentum that will continue to grow, leading to happier customers, better customer first scores, and increased repeat business.